Yeah, what's going on, fam? Massy here from Soul King Crew TCG. We got a little bit of a Garp change for you tonight. We're going to add an updated deck profile at the end of the video, so if you're interested in that, make sure you're sticking around and peeping out the changes that we made. Went for more of like a control variant here with the Garp list and changes. We've been testing it a lot, and honestly, I like the way it plays. I like the way it feels. I think you could take Garp to a tournament, honestly, and do really well. Like, the deck, I feel, can go up against any other deck. And, like, honestly, a lot of decks in this game are like that. But Garp, especially, you're using black and red are two, like, really strong colors right now to use. Black for aggression and the kind of controlling the board. And you can do the same with red. So they mesh really nice together. Without talking too much here, we'll dive into the gameplay in a second, but before we do, make sure you're subbing to the channel. If you're hanging out with us, you're enjoying the videos, enjoying the content, right? We're trying to push that goal, so help us out a bit, slap that sub button, and let's continue to grow. So let's dive on in here. Our opponent starts first. They're playing against Law. I like this deck a lot against Law, to be honest. We see the guard point off the draw. Our opponent doesn't do anything turn 1. Turn 2, they're going to drop down the Bonnie just so they can get the search, and they're safe enough to do that. They didn't want us to pop it, apparently, on the first. We are going to take the first hit, leave the chopper up, okay? And then they're going to pass back. We're going to start by taking out this Bonnie with the leader swing, and then since we're a little bit ahead here, we have the blocker on board. We're going to use the Kuzan to draw another card. We are going to see our second guard point off the Kuzan draw, passing back. Our opponent's going to see another Bonnie. Tap it down, play a killer, Tussle Dawn on the leader. We're going to end up blocking that there. Alright, we'll draw. We have a Meteor Volcano, and now we're just going to start really giving them no chance to get to those 5 characters. So we'll swing in, look for a block. He's going to let it go. Thinking about the next kind of the course of action here with the cards that we have in hand. Counting the Dawn up. We're going to swing in, try to get the block here. He is just going to take the Life to See a card. We're going to play down the Borsalino at that point and then follow up with the Meteor Volcano to finish off his last card. Clear the board again. He is going to see another Bonnie, just trying to fill up that hand, I guess, as much as he can. Look for what he needs. He's going to drop that down. He's going to play an X-Drake to get rid of our Kuzan and then swing at our leader for 5. We are going to counter out of that with the 2K, and then we're going to see another Meteor Volcano off the top. So we'll start using Garp's ability. We'll minus some things. Make this X-Drake a 3. We'll swing in with the leader for 7. Alright, they're going to take that. Dropping down the Kobe. We're going to hang on to the 10-drop Kuzan because that's something we're going to be able to use. So now we're able to use the Kobe, pop the X-Drake that was now a 3 cost, and we're going to use our Meteor Volcano to pop that other Bonnie. Alright, so that's why we were able to kind of swing at face there with our leader. And now we're sitting on a couple characters. And we're getting crushed in the hand advantage, but that's going to be okay for us because it's going to be harder for them to get to where they need to be. Alright, he's going to drop the Zoro down, swing 5. We are going to block here. We're going to see our opponent make a little bit of a misplay, but this happens way more often than people think on the sim. Everyone forgets that Borsalino is a 6K on the opponent's turn, so he swings in there. We're going to stop. He's going to use that extra Dawn either way, so he can play down his Law. Use the Zoro again, swing in. We're going to take that next hit, and then he's going to play down a Beige and pass over. We're on 10 Dawn now. We're thinking about what we can do. What would be a smart play for us, and we're gonna probably think of a way to get this 10-drop Kuzan down, get rid of this Law blocker, pressure the Zoro a bit, try to get a blocker, another card out of the hand. So we're gonna see a 2K counter come down in the form of Machino, and we are going to pass it on back. So we see the Rush Luffy. They're just gonna keep trying to swing at us here, get through our cards, get through our hands. Swing 6 with Luffy, swing 5 with Zoro. We're going to choose to block the Zoro attack. Alright, they're going to drop down their 5-drop wall, trying to build a little bit of a board. It looks like their hand was a little bit of their heavier cost characters. but we're gonna let the Borsalino go down, having no counter in hand. So now with 10-drop Kuzan on our field, right, Meteor Volcano becomes even nastier. We're gonna, for 2 Dawn, pop the Luffy. We're gonna bump up our boy Kobski here to 7, make him block that. Yeah, get that out of here. Alright, slap some more on our leader here. Don't really need the effect. We're swinging at 8k. We're either looking to get cards out of the hand there, because even if he would have countered out of that, we're just going to swing it with Kuzan anyway, just to kind of solidify the board state there. Alright, we'll swing at leader for 10k with Kuzan. Drop the chopper. We're going to leave 1 Dawn up for our guard point. Alright, so everything synergizes really well with this list. It really does. We cut the 9-drop for, or Whitebeard for 10-drop Kuzan. Alright, just for more removal. And if we are able to get to those later parts of the game anyway with a Kuzan on board, every one of our removal cards is insane. You could almost remove anything in the game. Alright, so they're going to swing at our Kobe here. We're just going to let it go. Don't even need to waste the block on that. Alright, eat up the block on this one so we don't take a health here. Another new card that we added to the list, the 5-drop Garp. Card's good, especially once again with Kuzan, right? It's going to get through a lot more if we need it to. Alright, so here we're probably not going to be able to end the game, right? So we're going to just take a chance here to end through controlling the board. So we'll try to get the block and get another card out of the hand here. We do get the 2k counter. We are going to swing here, get the blocker, okay? And then we're going to have the 4 Dawn left open to drop the last card in our hand, which is going to be a Borsalino. So we will see the Jet Pistol from our opponent. They are going to drop the Rush Luffy. We'll get the attack here. We're going to counter the 2k out. We'll take the last hit because it's really not going to matter to us, and we're going to be able to end the game here. So with some big swings. Do we need to make this a 10k? Absolutely not, but 9k probably would have been fine. But either way, I figured just 10, 10, and 10 would be a way to get us there. So hang out for a second. We're going to dive right into the deck profile next, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the changes we made and why we enjoyed them. So thanks for checking out the video. Hang out for a second. We'll be right back. Alright, jumping right into the deck profile. We got our boy Garp here. We're going to go through this pretty quick for you guys just so you can get a quick overview of the updates. We kept the Otamas. We got our girl Robin here, right? KO something. KO something with Vista. Keep our boy for a block. Minus something so we can KO it. Kobe. We decided to go with 3 Kobe for the list here. Just because we have so many ways to remove cards. I mean, half the time we're going to be dropping this. Sometimes we could drop this. Sometimes we're setting up with a Robin, right? So we cut down the Kobe to 3, which just felt fine. Kept the Borsalino at 4. We need a blocker in there. That's a little bit bigger than Chopper. That's harder to get rid of, right? This card's absolutely gas in this deck. Definitely run it at 4. We tossed in 2 Kuzan instead of the 9-drop Whitebeard, which has been working out nice. You could probably bump this to 3 if you need to, if you're not seeing it enough, but 2, I've seen it plenty. This is a new addition to the deck as well, the 5-drop Garp. It's been good. If you could drop it, keep it alive with like a Chopper or Borsalino up or something, and you're just clearing something off the board, then you're getting it in for some damage as well. So the card's good. I'll probably keep it in testing. Went with the max out on the guard point here, which thinking about it, it's good for the early game. And the late, but I'm probably going to switch these to 4 Radical Beams, just because I feel like most of the time we're getting to those low health, and then that extra 1k is going to matter. It does go the extra yard, so I like guard point and testing. It seemed pretty good. I do think I'm going to go back to Radical Beam. 2 Jet Pistols. I like Jet Pistol at 2. It's nice to see off the life, pop something. It's nice to just have in hand, deal with something big if you need to. So there's a nice mix of kind of popping stuff for cost and popping stuff for power in this deck. So we're able to deal with plenty of stuff. 4 Meteor Volcano. This card feels insane in this deck. It really does. I'm playing it at 4. I'm keeping it there. If you want to mess with the numbers of Impact Wave, right? Sometimes it's hard to keep the 2 Dawn open. I prefer keeping like the 1 open. But I like it for the early game. I felt myself sometimes maybe just using it to pop something and protect the swing, just to kind of stay healthy. But these are the changes. If there's anything that you would change or anything you want to maybe add or try, right? The one thing that I would say is probably change these for Radical Beams. But other than that, give the list a go. It's fun. It really is. I mean, it's a little bit different playstyle than the Rush Garp that we were playing, but if you like that more like control-y mid-range feel, this is going to be the deck for you when you're playing Garp. So give it a go. If you're liking the video, you like the deck profile, smash the like button, leave us a comment, let me know what you think. And make sure you're subbing to the channel. We're pushing up. We're getting subs every day. We're continuing to grow. So we want to grow as much as we can and kind of just keep giving information to the community and keep showing everybody what we're using, what's playing well, right, against these meta decks. And we're kind of got some other stuff in the works too. I'm going back and kind of looking at some of the OP-01 leaders and trying to mess with them and make things work. So I've been kind of cooking with the King leader and Kid. So hopefully we can be bringing some King and Kid videos to you this week, as well as I believe Sebi's dropping some Zoro content this week, so we got a bunch coming your way. And we're going to be starting a new video series where we have the SKC guys play against each other. We're trying to think of how we're going to set it up, maybe with a wheel and random leaders, and then we kind of have to deck build, and we can show the process and the games as well. So make sure you're staying with us for the next content coming out soon, and thanks for stopping by and checking out the video here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks. Thanks again, everyone, for stopping by and checking out the content here at Soul King Crew TCG. If you're enjoying the videos, make sure you're dropping a like, leaving a comment, and slapping that sub button, and we'll catch you in the next video. Appreciate all the love and support.